I wanted to record some funny intro as always, but I guess that this situation isn't funny at all. Or is it? Hello guys, my name is Doke and I'm healthy. At least I hope so. Are you sure about your health? No? No, seriously. We all heard about coronavirus, right? We have seen it in TV, we have seen memes, right? Some people talk about apocalypse, although this virus isn't really that deadly, or is it? I didn't really pay attention to this until now. Recently, coronavirus started to have an impact on my life, maybe yours too. So today I decided to draw it. Yep, that's right. Today I'll draw coronavirus. So if you ever wondered how such a virus looked like, I'll show you. Don't worry. You're safe. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's do it. Okay, bye. Well, not yet. I will start with some fast sketching to put my ideas together and warm up. I told you that coronavirus recently started to have an impact on me, and it's damn true. You know, I was like, yeah, there is a problem in this world somewhere far away from me in beautiful China. I don't need to care. But then things turned a little. I noticed the impact on me where you wouldn't really expect it on my bank account, or actually on my investment account, because, you know, yeah, suddenly I somehow lost money. You know, if you invest some of your money into stock markets, well, the amount of your money suddenly depends on the stock market, and the stock market depends on so many things. You wouldn't really consider some virus as one of these things, but frankly, it is. Because people are getting scared and cities are getting shut down, closed, which is not good for economy, which is definitely not good for all my fellow money-wise people out there. There's also a chance that you expected that this is gonna happen, you count on it and you actually earn money, but yeah, I guess that like 95% of you don't care about this stuff yet. Maybe some of you don't really understand what I'm saying right now, but the second problem that impacts me, that's an easy one. You know, by the time when this video goes out, I'm supposed to go to Italy, to North Italy, to the region which is apparently, after China, the second most infected area by coronavirus in the world. This fact can turn the family skiing paradise into a family sharing virus environment, which doesn't really sound pleasing or fun. Actually, it's possible that we will need to quit the whole thing that was planned 6 months ahead because of the virus. Buongiorno, all my Italian friends. I hope that you are safe. You know, thinking about this, I'm just curious where this is gonna stop or when. Because, you know, in theory, it can spread everywhere. And that doesn't really sound good. Like, not at all. So here is the sketch that I created. This is the pre-sketch, and let me show you one more pre-sketch. This is actually the very first sketch idea that I got. Then I turned this into this. I was really happy about this whole thing. I tried to solve some problems that I've seen over here on this side, and boom, right now we have the final sketch, the big sketch. As you can see, the virus is basically inspired by octopus, because these, you know, these coronavirus cells basically look like octopus or some kind of animal. These shapes that you see in the background, they all represent a city, like the virus affected the city, and then there are people over here. There is also this arrow that symbolizes that everything goes, you know where? And there is also this one more detail that I won't really explain to you, but it has something to do with medicine, with doctors. So yeah, I'm really happy about this sketch. Right now I'm not quite sure how am I gonna approach the next steps if I'm gonna use markers or colors, acrylic colors or whatever, I guess that I will stand with a fine liner. I've been watching some videos about the virus, and apparently it's not so deadly. I mean, most of the people who unfortunately died because of the virus were old, and for a lot of old people, basically any sickness is dangerous. So if you look at it from this point of view, it's not such a big disaster. On the other hand, a common flu doesn't shut down whole cities. It doesn't affect thousands of airports and millions of people, basically billions of people, because you know, China, yeah, that's one hell of a nation. It also triggers other problems. For example, in Ukraine, which is a neighbor of Slovakia, the country where I live, they transported like 20 or 30 people from China back home to Ukraine. Not infected people, just maybe infected people. They transported them into some city in Ukraine, and the people of the city, they just got completely crazy about it. They got super scared that these 30 possibly infected people are in their city, in their hospital, and they got a feeling that the whole city will suddenly get infected and this is just gonna spread and that this apocalypse arrives. So I guess that we should look at this seriously. You know, when I think about the situation in Ukraine, I'm suddenly thinking about all these apocalypse movies, Walking Dead or other super entertaining films, and I'm suddenly having a feeling that the scenario from these movies can actually become a reality. Although I have to disappoint all you Walking Dead fans who are already seeing themselves with a big sword and AK-47 on the top of a big jeep, cruising around a city full of zombies. This is never gonna happen, okay? But there is an even worse scenario. A scenario that is quite boring and terrifying at the same time. You know, it would be enough that the coronavirus is simply deadly. Just imagine it. Just imagine that it's untreatable and it causes death. It happened before in Europe. Half of the people gone in a few years. And although we have all these treatment methods and all this technology, you know, if suddenly there's a virus that we have never seen before and it's deadly and it spreads like coronavirus, well, we have one hell of a problem. I'm having a feeling that I'm getting a little bit too far into darkness right now, but you know, when you want to make an artwork about some topic, this is something what might happen pretty easily, because your imagination, it just goes wild. I've been also thinking about this in a connection with global warming, because you know, it would actually make sense that our planet creates a virus that will help the planet to sustain. You know what I mean by that, right? Like when the half of the planet is gone, the treatment of global warming would be much easier. But I just surprised myself, and in a bad way, because this is really not where I wanted to get. But it is what it is. I'm not saying that it's a good thing, that it should happen, but I'm just kind of worried that it might actually happen. And it's much less impossible than zombie apocalypse. Apparently I'm supposed to be home like 3 hours ago, but I am done! Yeah! And I just read some news that the coronavirus is already in Austria, which is our neighbor, our south neighbor. So, yeah, hell. So yeah, it's quite possible that we won't go to Italy. Well, anyways, guys, let me show you the final piece. If you like it, thumb up would be awesome. And if you have an idea, such a topic idea as today, that might be fun to paint, you know, the idea that might be fun to paint, let me know in the comments below. Okay? I really like when a painting, when I try to create a painting that has some meaning, and it has all these hidden signs, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is it.